It's time for a new custom build here at the RC Network. What all will I be putting into this brand new project? Stay tuned and find out. Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today we have a pretty cool project. This is one of my custom builds that I'll be starting here for the springtime of 2020. Now, of course, in front of you is a 1.9 inch Axial Wraith. This started off as an RTR, believe it or not. I picked up the orange version, kind of stripped it down. I have a whole bin full of parts that will be going on to other things, but in front of you, you're seeing pretty much the chassis set, a fresh, clear body panel set, and some of the driveline that's down below. Now, if you're not familiar with the 1.9 inch Axial Wraith, this thing is a pretty cool vehicle. Now, of course, it's based loosely on the 2.2 version that came out several years ago, but it has a lot of traits from the SCX-10 RTR, which is some nice, cool features. Now, as of the recording of this video, the Axial Wraith 1.9 is only available as an RTR. So if you do want to start a project on this, you have two options. Either pick up the RTR and kind of whittle it down to what you want to use for your base platform, or you can actually pick up different specific parts and kind of build your own, kind of known as a piece-by-piece build. Speaking of piece-by-piece builds, you guys may have remembered the Axial Wraith Zilla that I built a while back, probably 2015, 2016 is when I built this one. And no, I still have not actually ran this thing officially. Tires a little bit dirty. These are actually wheels and tires from another build, but this thing has had some driveway use and some grass use just to kind of test everything out. But this is kind of like the channel spokesperson here at the RC Network. But unlike my Wraith Zilla, this thing will see some rocks and some track time in the near future. Now, I'm not sure how many episodes that this series will be. Obviously, this is episode 1 that'll go over kind of the build potential with some of the parts that I'm using for the build, including electronics, some of the drivetrain pieces, suspension, wheels and tires, and some other bits and pieces I have planned for this build. So as we go through some of these parts, I kind of have them split off kind of by brand and maybe the area that it'll be installed on, meaning suspension, drivetrain, electronics, that type of thing. But as I go through this, some of these parts may not even work. So don't take my word for it, these parts to work in this video, but when you check in on the update videos, you'll have word on whether or not they worked out. Starting off with the body set, it came directly from Axial, and this is actually their clear version of the 1.9 inch Wraith. It actually comes with quite a bit of stuff. It's kind of an expensive body set, I think right around $44 or so, but it comes with not only all the body panels you see up here, it does come with a clear interior, but no helmet. It does come with some clear lenses right here. Also, all of the front body sections, so to make up the radiator, the front lenses, and all the bits and pieces to make all that work. And of course, some decals for not only the body, but also for the interior. Starting with bevel gears, I picked up the Axial HD bevel gears, the 8:30 ratio. Now, these do not come with the locker. The stock versions come with like an all-in-one design. But for lockers, I picked up the extra speed version. I figured steel is steel, and hopefully these will work out nice. Now, throughout all of the driveline, I picked up a full set of Avid Revolution bearings. These are quite nice and very affordable. I think about $25 for a full set, and these have a rubber seal on one side that goes to the dirt side, and a steel side on the other side that goes towards like the transmission side or the side that won't get dirty. But these are a quite nice investment for just $25 or so for a full kit. From Incision, I picked up their full transmission gear set. This will be a nice addition just to give me some good hardened gears inside of that transmission for some good brushless power. Their universal drive shafts for the front will be a nice addition, as well as the shoulder screws for the front knuckles. And finally, a full set of stainless steel links to keep the weight down low. And these are intended for the 12.0 inch wheelbase. Now, I do have a few extra bits to make this a 12.3 inch wheelbase. We'll have to see if I'm going to add that or just leave it at the stock 1.9 inch Wraith 12 inch wheelbase. Now on to the money pile from Vanquish Products. I picked up their full set of F9 axle housings for the SCX-10 Got them in the clear version. I just like this version better than the black. The black just scratch up and look horrendous after just a few runs. So this thing is quite nice and it'll be a nice addition. Matching that is the rear axle housing. Bolting onto the front are some blue SCX-10 knuckles. Love the blue color from Vanquish, as well as the blue transmission housing and the clear motor plate and spur gear guard cover. And finally, the top shaft. Not sure if this one's going to work. This was from a previous gen. We'll have to see if this will bolt on. Rounding up the drivetrain is going to be a full set of MIP axles. These are the 12.3 inch version. I do have a bits and pieces to make it down to that 12.0, but like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to run this as a 12.3 or a 12.0. We'll have to see down the line. From ProLay Racing is their brand new big bore scalar shocks. I am super impressed with these. As you see, I already have one of them out and it's quite nice. I was able to fill it with some oil and just get some fluid action with this thing. I mean, just this thing is just so smooth. It still has the stock sizing that the scalar shocks do have, so this will bolt up quite nice, but I like these shocks. Considering that my rig will be a little bit heavy, I picked up the spring assortment for the big bore shocks, and finally the ProLane 4-inch super bright LED light bar. This will light up the sky when I need it to, and it'll tuck in nice underneath the roofline. For tires on my 1.9 Wraith, I went with J Concepts all new landmines. These are the green compound, and they do have like a open cell foam insert on the inside. I do plan to run these initially for some rock crawling, but I may step it up to some dual stage for some rock racing. We'll have to see how that goes down the line. One of my most controversial moves is picking up a fake set of Vanquish 105 wheels. Now, I have a separate video on these that are going to be coming out here soon, just comparing these to the actual real product and, you know, the moral dilemma of buying a fake product. But stay tuned for that video. I'll have some interesting facts between these and the actual units, but these are quite nice and they bolt up great. I already got some setup with those J Concepts landmines. Electronics wise, I picked up an AGF servo. Haven't done too many of these here at the RC Network, but this thing has some great specs and I just want to see what it can do. All aluminum design as far as the shell of this thing, and as far as the specs, this thing does a transit time of 0.08 seconds and it has a 40 kilogram rating, so I'm not sure the exact ounce inches. I think it's upwards of 400 plus, so we'll have to test this thing out and see how it does. Controlling this thing will be a Futaba receiver, just a basic R304 SB-E antennaless Z-Run XR8 SCT ESC. This is probably the best bang for the buck ESC that's both brushless and censored. And finally, the Z-Run 3652 brushless censored motor. I picked up the 3100 kV version. This should do some ample torque and some great speed as well. Well guys, that's a quick look at one of my new custom builds here at the RC Network. I just love turning wrenches and just creating something of my own, and that's what RC is all about. And hopefully something I've mentioned in this video inspires you to do the same. As always, I'll have links down to each one of these products down in the video description so you can check it out for yourself. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. And finally, my name is Rich. Thanks for watching.
Let's